When you put in an 8-hour workday, you hit a strict biological wall. You spend the remaining 16 hours recovering, sleeping, and clocking out. For 99% of people, their money follows that exact same schedule. It clocks in when they do, and the moment they go home, their capital sits entirely dormant in a bank account. The traditional banking system happily holds on to this static money. They rely on the assumption that you view saving as a passive, inactive holding zone. But if you rely exclusively on human labor hours to generate income, your ability to build wealth hits a complete stop for 2/3 of your life. Leaving your entire paycheck in a standard savings account feels safe. You log in, you see the balance, and collect an annual yield of maybe 2.5 to 3%. That safety is an illusion created by ignoring inflation. While your money rests, the cost of goods and services quietly increases at a rate of 5 to 6% annually. This graph illustrates exactly how that math plays out. The bottom line is 3% savings growth, but the steeper line above is 6% inflation. Every day you hold cash, the gap between what you have and what things cost widens. You end up on a financial treadmill. You work harder to pile up more cash, but the actual purchasing power of those reserves moves backward. To secure your financial future, you must move your capital out of a dormant state and into a system that physically outpaces that inflation rate, 24 hours a day. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He understood that capital operating without a biological limit produces the highest return. Compounding is a straightforward mechanism. The returns you make on your original investment start generating their own returns, creating a continuous loop of growth over time. This chart shows the baseline math. If you invest an initial sum of 1 lakh rupees in an asset averaging a 12% annual return, the first year adds a modest 12,000 rupees to the top. Now look at what happens to this exact data when we expand it over a 20-year timeline. By leaving the principal completely untouched, that initial 1 lakh rupees curves exponentially upward to hit roughly 9.64 lakh rupees. That additional profit was generated completely independent of your daily effort. The capital acted as a tireless worker, compounding on weekends, holidays, and straight through the night. To activate that compounding engine, you need to deploy your capital into real-world instruments that never turn off. The first engine is the equity market. When you invest in individual stocks or mutual funds, you own a piece of a business that is constantly manufacturing goods, selling products, and extracting profit around the clock. The second is dividend stocks. Many highly profitable companies automatically distribute a cut of their ongoing earnings directly to shareholders on a regular schedule, requiring zero effort on your part. The third is real estate. These are tangible assets generating monthly rental yield. Tenants pay for housing every single month, delivering steady income while you spend your time elsewhere. The mechanism that ties these assets together is a systematic investment plan, or SIP. An SIP acts as the automation layer. It automatically routes a specific percentage of your salary directly into the market every month, bypassing human hesitation and removing the impossible task of timing the market. By linking automated deposits to constant market growth, you convert a stagnant savings account into a self-sustaining machine. The wealthy operate under a different set of rules. They view themselves as managers of capital, ensuring every rupee they own is assigned a job. The first step to building this architecture is paying yourself first. Before rent, before bills, you systemically carve out a fixed 20% of your income specifically for investing. You then automate that 20%. When the money moves itself out of your checking account on payday, you eliminate the friction of emotional decision-making. Next, you give the math time to work. The system must run entirely uninterrupted for at least 10 to 15 years so compounding can reach its most aggressive exponential phase. The most common point of failure is human interference. People pull their money out after 2 or 3 years to buy a car or take a trip, breaking the cycle right before the growth catches fire. Your personal labor is strictly capped at a fraction of a 24-hour day. The mathematically viable path to financial freedom is waking your money up and forcing it to work the hours you cannot.